In this lesson, we'll review a sentence completion problem. It's part of the critical reading section. We're on page 644, question 5 out of 5. We know this is a difficult problem. Some interactive computer games are so elaborately contrived and require such blank strategies that only the most blank player can master them. So let's look for the keywords and try to predict the answers before looking at the choices. So these games are so elaborately contrived and require such blank strategies that only the most blank player can master them. So both these blanks are pretty synonymous. If they're elaborate, they're very sophisticated, they're created in a sort of complex way. So we'll just say require such complex strategies. And what type of player could master complex strategies? Well, a very skilled player. I think if you just look for the keywords and try to predict the choices, it makes it much easier. Obviously, if you know the vocab, that's the best case scenario. But sometimes if you're not that strong, you might get biased by them. So get in the habit of predicting. So here we've got two blanks. The blank on the word on the top is the first blank, and you could work in either order, but I think we're pretty confident about looking for the word complex on the top. So let's take a look at E. Predictable obviously has nothing to do with complex, so that's out. Onerous is a good word. This means to be having a great burden, something that is arduous or very taxing, a heavy weight. Another good word I like, sort of metaphorically, a noun, is albatross. It comes from the great bird, but it has its word origin in being a heavy burden. That is not complex. Devious, this obviously does not work for complex. And nefarious is a similar term to devious, and it's a wicked term. It's a term like a heinous crime or depraved or egregious. So if you just knew these four words on top, there are really only two that were really tough. If you knew those, you could get the answer right now. The only one that possibly works is Byzantine. Even if you don't know what this means, this is the choice, and I'll just go through the definitions. Byzantine is what I call a borrowed term. A lot of words in English are borrowed from different languages and then incorporated into the language. Byzantine is characterized by the Byzantine Empire, which was very sophisticated and complex, and that's exactly what it means. It's intricate, very sophisticated. So this works. Borrowed words, again, you see them. Another example of a borrowed term, this has nothing to do with the question here, is the word quixotic. It's a popular SAT word. It comes from the character in the Cervantes novel Don Quixote, and he was characterized as being very overly idealistic or whimsical, flighty, borrowed terms. And adroit, this is a good word. It's a skill word, and that's what we're looking for in the second blank. Another good word is adept. Sorry, the writing's so poor, but this is the choice A. Let's just look at the remaining wrong choices to build vocab. Compulsive obviously has nothing to do with skill. Slipshod is relating to one's work. It's to be negligent or remiss, not performing up to expectation. Lackadaisical is a very common word. It's a lacking energy. It's a sluggish word. It's a lethargy or lethargic word. Another good word is enervate, to sap the strength of. It's like a dull or listless word. And conscientious is really to follow your conscience, to do the right thing. And if it relates to work, it would be a diligent word or sedulous word, to do work appropriately or industriously. So these obviously don't work. The answer here is A, but keep building vocab. See you next time. Thanks for watching.